Hi, I'm Zemi. Welcome back to my midlife crisis where I continue to ignore all the important things I need to do in my life by playing Subnautica 2. Today is the episode where we're going to go back to the alien observatory and see what we can see now that we've turned the power back on. We turned the turbine on in the last episode, so now it's got power again. And we also have the ability to interact with Tailien's technology and read the language. So we are heading back over there to see what we can see, and hopefully we can get some cool new information on the Axums and why they abandoned this village. Now we are back at the observatory. There's some writing we didn't see before. Let's go take a look at that. Cryptor, orange, new, Axum, orange, growth. This is not a cryptor vault. Nothing useful to Axum is stored here. It will not save you or your spawn. It is a message for helpful aliens. For hope's sake, do not destroy it. Soteria. What? This is not a cryptor vault. Nothing useful to Axum is stored here. It will not save you or your spawn. It is a message for helpful aliens. Okay, well, there's some general confusion starting right off the bat. Let's go see what else we can read inside. Okay, here we go. Comet, Sea, Tower, Old Dwelling. Observatory Museum. Okay. What else do we have in here? Karakoram. That's the name of this village or this area. Methane, fire, old sea. Curious. Today, Karakoram burns methane to power Xanadu. Xanadu? It's an interesting reference. New telescopes are better. This old tower stands as a museum. Okay. I have questions. Let's see. Oh, hello. Now I can finally interact with the technology. Use Axum door. Nice. Looks slightly like swimming into a Demogorgon's mouth, but I'm okay with that. I wonder if my little tadpole could fit in here. Let's go take a look, because I would love to have some way to get some oxygen while I'm in there. If I detach it from the chassis, I just might be able to do that. Detach chassis. Okay. So there, we've detached my wings. Let's see if I can at least take this guy in here. Maybe. Yes. Okay. Smacked it around a little bit, but that's not so bad. Can I fit?
No living thing has disturbed this space in more than 2 centuries. The observatory's water is enriched by oxygen bubblers. Please do not become accustomed to this convenience.
Oh, so I don't actually need my tadpole in here. But alright, I'll bring it in and I'll just leave it at the entrance here. So I can totally breathe. What is going on over here? It's a model. It's a solar system model, I think. Reminds me of that one from the Dark Crystal. Do you remember what was that? That was, what was that character's name? I can't remember. I'll have to look it up, but it reminds me of that observatory with all, like, the whirling planets and stuff like that. Very sort of steampunky vibe. This is cool. Alright, looks like lots of writing around here. Let's go see what it says. Axum, our star system. Okay. In the year 500 Pi, brave magi and Vepards returned to Karakoram. They rebuilt this observatory to study the erratic messenger. I would assume that is a comet. Animal help Axum. Technology. Sea. Space. Okay. So an animal is helping the Axum to see this? Or something. Nope, okay. Let's see what else we got. Comet, Axum, deep technology. Okay. After the 0 year, when the daughter fell from space, all Axum fled to deep water. The telescope was destroyed. When the daughter fell from space. Interesting. That mean a comet or something else? Long ago, fire user called Ardiax, okay, built a telescope at Karakoram to spy on the world tree at Xanadu. Okay, fire users. There's a lot of lore in this room. There's a lot of lore going on here. I want to observe this from above. Hang on. Can I go up above? I can. Oh, I can't see down. Okay. Oh, there's another control panel here. And that takes me back down or somewhere else. Back down, I think. Okay. Something's going in there. Okay, interesting. Well, let's see what happens when we start pushing buttons.
Architects, we beg your aid. The world trees are dying. Their angels cry out to us. The trees' roots feed the world, and the world feeds the trees. Each requires other, as we require you. But the roots are rotting. The nuclear heart dims. There is hope. Cross the Great Trench to Xanadu. Find the Veps. The tree's genes may live in them. Find the Veps. Renew this tree. Beware. Cryptos slumber beneath the trees. They fear you. We leave them to your mercy. Analyzing message.
Please do.
The Axum language refers to the Titan-class lifeform on the horizon. As a world tree, there is an alien hibernation crypt below the world tree. Site designation, Xanadu. Site status, unknown.
Ah, thank you for playing. You can continue to explore, build, and enjoy okay. Reach the end of the current early access story and progression. Darn it, I knew I'd get here eventually, and I suspected I was close. So that's exciting, though, that I've made it to the end of this portion of the story. And so obviously the next portion is going to be us crossing the trench to find the world tree and Xanadu. So that's exciting. Anything else up here? Just the observatory. Let's take a look at this a little more closely. Okay. So we have this planet with some rings spinning way around the outside. It's not moving, or it's moving incredibly slowly. Yeah, really, really slowly. So it's kind of like Pluto. A really, really long orbit. Is this a binary star system? Weird. Then we have a planet really close. We have a planet, I assume this planet over here is Orrery. The Orrery, that's what it was called in the Dark Crystal. It was the orrery. That's cool. So this is definitely a reference to that. Okay. Well, that is fascinating. Well, it looks like we have reached the end of essentially the first chapter of Subnautica 2, which is the chapter that allowed us to get here to this area, the sanctuary, and allowed us to access the Axum Tailings technology, allowed us to see into the observatory and start to get an idea of what's actually happening on this world, which to me appears to be that the world tree is dying. So we basically have the world tree, which has its roots and its angels, which are obviously angel combs and the rock borers, spreading throughout the world, and those are dying, which is clearly a result of the virus. So it's pretty clear that the virus, the bloom virus, is what's causing this, but not the other virus that's trying to fight it. So we kind of have like two viruses warring off here, one of which is helpful and one of which is harmful. So it seems to me that we're going to have to
Welcome aboard.
Find a way to fight the bloom virus, which was the one causing Mazefield. And now there's another alien race which has a vault underneath with cryptors. So we've got like three alien races here. We've got the architects, who are these helpful aliens who built the portals and built the technology that we saw in the first Subnautica, which was unfortunately like, you know, killing people. But it was to keep the that harmful bacteria from leaving the planet. And then we have the Axum Tailings on this world, who I guess lived in harmony with the world tree and the angel combs and everything, but then were forced to flee to deeper water when this other virus came along and infected everything and started, I'm assuming, making everyone go a little bit nuts. And then we have these cryptors, who are another alien race, and we don't seem to know about them, but they don't seem to be friendly, far as I can tell. All right, I think that's where we stand so far. There are actually two things I really want to do before I wrap up sort of this portion of this playthrough. One is to get my cat poster. My Keep Calm cat poster. I've got my Just Keep Swimming cat poster, and I need my Keep Calm cat poster. I have said I will get it, and I will. And I remember now, I was watching through some of my other playthroughs, and there was one other place that I saw it, that I might be able to scan it. I hope so. So I'm going to go check that out. And it also reminded me that there was that gigantic clam thing with all the eyes that I was too chicken to poke the middle of, because I was pretty sure it was going to try and eat me. But I have decided I am going to be brave, and I am going to go, and I'm going to poke that giant clam. It sounds really weird when I say it. I'm going to do that, and those are the things I'm going to wrap up before I'm sort of finished this portion of the Subnautica 2 playthrough. So those are both back over by my OG base. You can see my marker over here for my OG base over there. So I am just going to jump into my tadpole, and I'm going to head back over that way. I'm going to try and avoid being eaten by a giant squid leviathan while I do that. I am back here at the giant clam thing, and this time I am not going to wuss out. I am going to leave my tadpole out here, though, because I don't want to lose it, potentially. But I am going to come in here, and I'm not going to wuss out this time. I'm gonna go poke the center here. Okay, if I recall correctly, there was some stuff I had to scan, and I scanned this piece. Yeah, I scanned the portable oxygen generator, but I didn't go any further in. Okay, the eyes are looking at me. Is it closing? Okay, no. The eyes looked at me, but it didn't close. That's creepy. So, let's try poke it again. Ooh, lithium. No, I'm good. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, it's closing. It's closing. It's closing. Okay, yep. Yep. It closed. Okay, opened again. Opened again. So it closes relatively slowly. I have to admit, I'm starting to get curious about what would happen if I actually let it eat me. I think that might be the only way I'm going to scan that thing in the middle. And you know what I say? I say let's do it for science, because I don't have much on me. My tadpole's safely outside. I've got lots of oxygen, so you know what? For science, I'm going to let this giant clam thing eat me. Alright, let's do this. Yep. 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 It's closing. Okay.
Seek medical attention.
Okay. So, does some damage to me. And then it opens up again. Okay. I survived being eaten by the giant clam thing. Alright, and I scanned that thing in there, which was an oxygen generator, which I didn't actually need, but that is okay. I felt, I still managed to survive one of the behemoths or Leviathan class monsters of Subnautica 2. Alright, let's go see if we can find the cat poster, which was close to here. It was in a wreck that was close to here. I'm trying to remember exactly where. I think it was somewhere over this way. Yeah, I think it's this wreck over here. Yeah, because there was a lab over here too. Yes, I think this was the other wreck where there was a cat poster. And yeah, there's the door. Yes, I can scan this one. I'm so excited. I got my Keep Calm poster. Now I gotta go put this up in a bunch of different places. So let's head back to my main base, and then we'll head back to my base over by the alien village, and we're gonna put up some cat posters. Here we are back in my bedroom in my original base, which is still my favorite base, and I have a nice blank spot on my wall for my beautiful new poster. So let's put that up. Furniture and decor. Where is it? Ah, my Keep Calm poster. Okay, come on. Gotta get it properly centered here. There we go. There it is. My Keep Calm poster. I finally have it. You know, we're going to put another one up here too. Where should I put my other one? Keep Calm. I've got Just Keep Swimming one over here. I say we put Keep Calm up over here. All right. Keep calm. There we go. That way I can see it every time I'm about to jump into my tadpole. I've got my Just Keep Swimming, and I've got my Keep Calm poster. All right. Now we got to go put this into my new base, my base over by the alien village, and then this part of the playthrough shall be complete. Here we are coming back to my secondary base just as it starts to get dark. A good time to go back into my base. I find it gets really freaky out here when it's dark. Alright, my tadpole is docking and we are back with the poster. Alright, I think one needs to go here immediately. As soon as I get out of my tadpole, I need to see a keep calm poster. Yep, there we go. There we go. Right there. Perfect. Alright, we need at least one more. I have a just keep swimming poster here, so... Oh, I'd love to put it on the other side. No, maybe how about every time right before I leave, I'm gonna see my keep calm poster. It's not perfect, but I like it. So when I come in, now I've got my just keep swimming, just keep swimming. And when I'm ready to leave, it's the keep calm. Because it is important to remember to keep calm when I go outside in Subnautica 2. Because it's scary out there. It's scary out there. But I think that actually wraps it up for my playthrough of the early access portion of Subnautica 2. Because I've done everything I can do story-wise. I have built all the different machines I could build. I could build different kinds of habitat I could build. I'll probably come in here, you know, in between now and when the rest of it's released just to mess around and maybe build a few more things. But, you know, I think for now that's going to wrap this particular series up, at least for the early access portion. So thank you so much for sticking with me through this playthrough. I've had an absolute blast. I'm going to have to go find something else to play through now because I've just been having so much fun doing this. And that means I have been Zemi. This has been my Midlife Crisis Subnautica 2 edition, and I will see you next time. And remember, keep calm.